And I'm here with Roger Tomlinson, who is a member of the Positive Action Group in the Isle of Man. Roger, what is one of the most pressing issues that you're facing here right now at the moment, do you think?
Well, in addition to the general election in September, the most immediate thing was the recent announcement of Freedom of Information Bill, which we're particularly disappointed in the fact that it hasn't got to its third reading, as was promised by the Chief Minister. So that's our particular priority at the moment, to make sure that's on the political agenda for the next 5 years.
Okay, so whereabouts are we with it?
Well, we've had the first reading and the Chief Minister had a lot of things to say about it in support of what he's done, but it's what he didn't say that was very interesting, because he didn't even follow his code of conduct as far as consultation is concerned. When it was announced that there was consultation on this, they were supposed to announce within 3 months what the result of that consultation was, and in fact they didn't. And that's what the most disappointing thing is, because he presented it to the Keys last week and nobody knew what was in the bill. I talked to one or two MHKs and in fact they didn't know, and we're really disappointed in the way this has been done.
Okay, and what would that Freedom of Information Bill mean for the Isle of Man?
It would mean a lot to the ordinary citizen, because it would mean that they would have statutory access to government information, and this would not only be government departments, it would be all public authorities, including local authorities. But one of the interesting things that the Chief Minister didn't mention is that the fact that the draft bill didn't include the Council of Ministers as far as information gathering is concerned, but now in the latest Green Paper it does. So that's one thing in his favour.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about the Positive Action Group and what your main mission here is.
Well, we're a political lobby group on the island to try and interest people in local politics. And we have regular meetings. We have about one a month. They're usually very well attended. Everybody's welcome. Everybody can attend. And it's a general discussion group where we raise certain issues. One of the most recent issues we had was the question of assisted suicide, for example, which may well be one of the topics in the coming general election.
It's been going very well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, at first with all the rain we thought, oh dear, we've got all these sandwiches, cakes and things, oh, we're never going to get rid of them, but as you can see, they're slowly but surely going.
So you can't beat a good homemade production, can you?
That's very true, they're all homemade cakes, there's not a bought cake amongst that lot.
Tell us about the Foxtel WI, good membership?
Yes, it has slowly decreased, but we've got about 15 altogether. I mean, we're always looking for more members, trying to recruit. We're not only just making cakes and things like that and knitting, you know, we do all sorts of, we have talks on different things, I mean...
All sorts.
All sorts of things.
So many things you can't think about. But I mean, okay, joining WI, I mean, it does sound maybe it is something that appeals to the older person, but you're saying it's moved on, maybe? Well,
it has moved on. There's lots of other things that we all get involved. Everybody thinks we're supposed to be old age pensioners and things like that, which we're not. You know, we've got a young member of only 22, I think she is. And we have outings, we've gone to the lifeboats, we've done the lifeguards, Coast Guard, sorry. And we have people doing very interesting talks, people who've travelled different parts of the world, bring slideshows, and we obviously there's craft things which we obviously do learn. There's loads of things to do. It's very interesting, and it's the company and the friendship.
So looking for new members, no doubt?
Yes, we're always looking for new members.
And do they have to be from Foxdale?
No, they can be anywhere that anybody wants to come. I mean, I actually don't live in Foxdale, I live in Douglas.
All right.
But, so, as I say, we come from all over the place.
Well, look at that, you've got loads of people now. They're ready to sample your wares, so I hope it goes well.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'm with Adrian Kane, who's Manx Language Officer at the Manx Heritage Foundation. Adrian, give us some of your Manx. Go on, it sounds so great.
Oh, well, it's an imse begging the sharnish. The weather's a bit better anyway. They aglach morridu. It was awful this morning. But Vami unsure at 8 morridu. I was here at 8 this morning as they midle you it. It was good enough. Ac mush nigh at a clag about 9 this morning. They aglach. They cow aglach. It was throwing awful, raining awful. But well, te green achnish. It's sunny now. As Kistow.
Kistow. Do you know what? I did know that a long time ago.
Brow now, you say brow.
Brow,
yeah,
brow.
Shinkia.
I learned a few words and then it all just went out of my head as soon as I stopped learning it.
I don't believe that at all. Don't believe that. So we'll have to get, as I say, we'll get you sorted out for classes come the autumn, no problem. So we'll be running classes probably in Peel, St John's area on a Saturday. Loads more classes, adult classes. So and if people want to find out about those, then they can contact me on 451098. You know,
Okay,
yeah, learn Manx. Best
And
thing you ever do.
huge stuff going on in the Manx language movement.
Yeah,
right now.
definitely. There's a Bunskull Gilgach just across the way there, and all the kids learn everything through Manx, which is excellent stuff. Loads more adult classes, a lot more going on in schools, a lot of good sort of PR type stuff. So I like to think it's a good news story for the Isle of Man, really. You know, sometimes the Isle of Man's may got some bad news stories at the moment, I'm not sure, but you know, the success of Manx, whether you speak it or not, really, is, you know, reflects well on the Isle of Man, I think, and that there's something to be said about that realistically. You know, it is a good news story, and you know, I think we need to, you know, remember that in maybe difficult times. Really, it's done a lot of good PR for the islands. It shows that the islands thinks culture and identity is an important part of our, you know, our makeup, and you know, hopefully it's an inclusive thing as well. It's not just for people born and bred up here; it's for people who want to make this place their home, really. And a lot of it's supported by the Manx Heritage Foundation, the organisation I work for. We don't just do language stuff; we do a lot of historical stuff, a lot for music, dance, the whole gamut of things which make you know, go into making up whatever the culture is of the Isle of Man, really. So I think the Manx Heritage Foundation in particular has been a great support over the last 20 years of a wide range of cultural activities, really, and hopefully one of them, and one of the big successes, has been the renewal of interest and the the remarkable turnaround in fortunes for the language.
Fantastic. And you mentioned the Manx Heritage Foundation. What are you doing here today?
Well, we're just selling, at remarkably discounted prices, a wide range of the books and CDs which the foundation produces, everything from the Ellen Vannin story to CDs about castles and forts of the Isle of Man, the classic Manx worthies, books on the Manx giant Arthur Cayley, CDs, and then I've got loads of free stuff about the language, really, and just giving out information about where and how to learn Manx Gaelic.
Fantastic, Adrian. Keep up with all the good work.
Well, why not? It's all good stuff. Yeah.
We're here with, we've got a shaggy dog story for you, I suppose, really. As you can see there, that's an interesting camera angle on one of the animals getting petted, and it's all about that. It's Paws for Therapy is the charity. I'm talking with Pam here. Pam, introduce your favourite friend here.
This is Bertie, one of the registered dogs that works for Paws for Therapy.
Hello,
He's actually now been a therapy dog for 6 years. We do a lot of work in nursing homes, residential homes. We work with children, phobic children. Recently we've had some very good success stories with working with phobic children in schools. We take the dogs with us into the school areas.
Here you go, 1 second. There you go. Enjoy that. Thank you.
We had one very good success story. One of the local schools, there was a young little boy who wasn't sort of capable to go on camp with the children because he was frightened of the dogs. We've worked with them for a year, and he has actually gone this year with them to camp, which is fantastic.
There you are. Hey, come to me. Look, look, look. I've got some. Right. Say hello, camera 4. Okie dokie, well done.
All the volunteers work with their own dogs.
Yeah.
All the dogs actually have to go through a temperaments test to make sure, obviously, that they are suitable for the charity work.
And it's a lot of petting, I mean, literally, is that, isn't it?
It is,
Here
yeah.
today, the kids are queuing up.
It's,
What do you say? What do you think to this? Lovely dog?
Massive.
Massive. You like it?
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
We've gone from large to small. As you can see here, we've got Bertie, who's an Old English sheepdog. Bertie's actually 10 tomorrow.
Oh.
One of our newest recruits here beside me is Maya.
Oh, yeah?
Maya's a Patterdale who's 4 years old and has only actually been working with the charity for the last 6 months. She was fairly nervous to begin with, but she's doing really well now and coming on. As you can see, quite happy to be petted by the children.
Are some breeds better than others?
No, doesn't make any difference. At the end of the day, we've got all types of breeds. No, it just has to be the temperament. They have to be liked, they have to be loved. I mean, you can see from Alice there, she absolutely adores it. Favourite pose, happy there and smiling.
She's going to say, come on, somebody else, give me a little tummy rub.
But yeah, we just have to know that the dogs are going to be calm around people, and that at the end of the day it's the enjoyment we can give to somebody that's lost their dog, gone into a nursing home, and yeah, we just give that bit of pleasure back to people that have had to give up their own dogs.
And are you always looking for new dogs?
Always looking for new dogs. The Isle of Man, as we know, has got plenty of nursing homes. We can obviously volunteer anybody that can with their dog, volunteer to work either monthly, fortnightly. Yeah, plenty of dogs potential. We do have about 26 registered dogs. 14 are working most weeks, most months, somewhere onto the Isle of Man in one of the nursing homes. So anybody that thinks they've got a dog that is suitable, yeah, please do contact us, and we can do an assessment with the dog and get them working.